Kate and Sophia make an unexpected choice after Jennifer spots Doug on the Days of Our Lives of Today. Doug pulls out the stolen necklace and asks for assistance selling it once Leo unlocks the door for him. Leo inquires as to its veracity, looks it over, and is sufficiently impressed. "Is it possible for you to sell it to me?" While Lo begins to ramble, Doug demands. Leo responds, "Who the hell is he?" before pausing to reflect. "Were you sent by Steven Olson?" Doug claims to have stolen the necklace, but Leo remembers that he was accused of doing so. However, he was unwilling to accept it, particularly from his grandfather's wife. Leo was unaware of the existence of Dougie 3, but he is startled to learn who Doug is. Furthermore, why did he steal the jewelry if he didn't want to? Doug is in dire need of the money he owes to the person who is here to collect it. He only came to honor his grandfather, he had no intention of stealing. However, he recognized the chance, assumed the necklace was the universe's way of assisting him, and seized it. Although the family has been very kind to him, he needs it more than they do, and he is not proud of it. All he wants is to get rid of it, settle his bills, and go on with his life. All Doug needs is Leo's assistance. Leo tries to convince Doug that he no longer does it, but after some convincing, he admits that he may know certain people. Simply let him keep the necklace. Doug agrees after realizing he has little other option. Julie is reading when Jennifer enters the living room, and they briefly catch up. Jen expresses gratitude to Julie for allowing them to honor Abigail by using the time capsule. Julie remarks that no one else is home, and Jennifer observes that Doug came at the ideal moment. How long does he intend to stay? She asks in a casual way before moving on to inquire about his family and profession. She fears he will take advantage of Julie. "I told him I would watch out for you, but I hope he doesn't trust him." The text says, "Get the Days of Our Lives email from Soaps. Receive daily summaries, spoilers, exclusive interviews, and breaking news alerts delivered directly to your email. Sign up at https://cloud.email.soaps.com." Jennifer notes that he appeared unexpectedly while Julie was feeling vulnerable. All right, but Julie informs her that Hope called Doug's father, and he is who he claimed to be. Although Julie is unaware of the specifics, she wants to know if it's because Doug was incarcerated, and Jennifer was astonished to hear that. Jennifer says, given his criminal history, it's possible that Doug stole Graham's necklace. She points out how odd the entire situation is after going over all the timing and coincidences. Doug cannot take the jewelry, according to Julie. At St. Luke's, she met Doug after the necklace had already been taken. Drop it, Doug is innocent. Days Brady puts a necklace on Ava's back while she smiles. As Ava tries to put on her jewelry, Brady knocks on her door. "She looks beautiful," he says. They both acknowledge that they had never seen the ballet and were unsure if they were overdressed. After assisting her with her jewelry, Brady says that, owing to Rachel, the tickets are most likely quite close. He searches his pocket but is unable to locate them. While it's not off-brand, Ava's half-joking suggestion that Kristen took them is. Brady orders more tickets, but they're sold out, and shrugs. Everyone is. Brady wants to spend the evening with Ava even though she's okay with it. Perhaps they could do that since it's karaoke night in the pub downstairs. Or perhaps you could bring them the Nutcracker? They order takeaway, watch the Nutcracker, and learn more about one another, including Ava's love of burgers and fries and her childhood desire to dance. Then, they both acknowledge that they don't really understand what's happening and that neither of them is particularly interested in it. Before arriving at A Christmas Story, they briefly transition to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Days Brady and Ava sit on the bed, watching TV while she points the TV remote control while they eat takeout. Before the Wi-Fi goes out, they are enjoying themselves immensely. Kristen also turned off the internet. Ava breaks down. Brady adds that since they have no other choice, they ought to start over. Nevertheless, they both relish their time spent together. He takes his coat and walks away, kissing her on the cheek on the way. Unnerved by Leo's warnings the previous day, Tate ends the call with Holly. After informing him they need to talk, Sophia knocks on the door and quickly enters. She turns and announces, "I'm pregnant," to a startled Tate. Sophia is certain, Tate asks, stammering a little. 3 tests were taken by her. She is certain. However, he claims that they used a condom. Yes, and their effectiveness isn't perfect. However, sperm and egg met, and now we have a baby. After giving her some water, Tate gently brings up the possibility of her aborting the child. "This is entirely up to you. I'll drive you and take care of anything you need." "No," she says, shaking her head. Dazed Tate points to himself and Sophia while they converse on his living room couch, but she merely looks at him. She has no other option. If you're under 18, your parents' permission is needed where they live. If she brought this to her parents, they would go crazy. If they learned, they would disown her. They would never approve of her in a million years because they don't believe in birth control and consider abortion to be sinful. But your body is involved. Yes, it is, but the state says it doesn't care what I think is best. Tate recommends moving to a different state, but Sophia claims it's too costly and difficult to travel to. Tate assures her that he can assist her with all of it. She won't get pregnant on her own, just as she didn't get pregnant on her own. Together, they can accomplish it. Tate reassures Sophia that her parents won't discover her spiral. They are capable of doing this. No one has to know when they'll find it out. Tate becomes silent when Sophia inquires about Holly. "I'd really rather she didn't know. Let me just say this is amazing how this is all about her all of a sudden," she says, vowing to remain silent. They both acknowledge that they're terrified. How are they going to get away with this without anybody noticing? Before Sophia departs, Tate apologizes for the situation and pledges to conduct further investigation. "I will look after you, Sophia. I swear." Sophia puts an awkward smile on her face and leaves. Maggie and Holly from Days converse at a table in the square. In the plaza, Holly offers to assist Grandma Maggie with her Christmas shopping while they sip coffee. Additionally, she needed some time away from Tate once Leo started to bother her. Maggie is informed by Holly of Leo's caution to be prepared for the unexpected. Maggie advises her to concentrate on what she has and not worry about what could go wrong. Maggie then suggests seeing an OBGYN and starting birth control, but Holly, who is understandably horrified, insists it's okay. That kind of thing isn't taking place. She simply wishes Tate and Sophia hadn't been involved. Holly tells her everything about Sophia's antics with Tate. "Oh, my." Maggie replies gently before telling Holly that Tate, not Sophia, chose to be with her. Maggie tells Holly that Sophia can be intimate without having sex and that she regrets having slept with Tate. No pressure or hurry exists. The repercussions of sex are numerous. In the last scenes of the show, Leo convinces himself to follow Doug's advice while admiring the necklace in the mirror. Tate only claims that he was dozing off, but Brady realizes immediately that something is off when he arrives home. Tate then asks why Brady is dressing up, changing the subject. He made an effort to go on a date. Ava smiles as she removes her necklace in her room and receives a text from an unidentified number. "How was your date, then?" Dazed from the couch, Jennifer keeps a close eye on Julie as Doug converses with her. Doug brings some Christmas cookies home. Since he is so wonderful to him, this is the least he can do. As he speaks, Jennifer gives him a questioning gaze from the couch, and Julie then expresses her gratitude for his presence. Doug stares at Jennifer, who continues to glare as they embrace. In the square, Holly expresses gratitude to Maggie for her guidance, and her grandma responds that she only wants what's best for her. When Sophia sees Holly, she enters the square and comes to a complete stop. Maggie is introduced by Holly, and Sophia inquires casually about Tate's well-being. Before leaving, she wishes them a happy Christmas. Although Maggie finds it endearing, Holly notes that she didn't mean a single word of it. Doug's dilemma. Leo Stark's day takes an unexpected turn when he opens his door to a stranger holding a stunning piece of jewelry. The stranger, Doug, urgently seeks Leo's help in selling the necklace, revealing a desperation that raises immediate red flags. As Leo inspects the jewelry, he can't help but be impressed by its craftsmanship and value. However, suspicion quickly creeps in. "Who even are you?" Leo demands, crossing his arms. Doug hesitates but eventually admits, "I'm Doug. Doug Olson. And yes, I'm the one who stole the necklace." Leo's jaw drops. "Wait a second. Are you telling me you're Dougie 3? I didn't even know you existed." Doug's story unfolds. He hadn't planned on stealing anything. Visiting Salem was meant to be a way to honor his late grandfather. But desperation took hold when he spotted the necklace. He'd seen it as a sign from the universe, a way to pay off the dangerous debts that haunted him. The guilt of betraying his family eats at him, but he feels trapped. Leo, trying to hold on to the reformed image he's been cultivating, initially declines. But Doug's plea softens him. "Fine," Leo finally relents. "Leave the necklace with me, and I'll see what I can do." Doug exhales in relief, though the weight of his choices remains heavy. Jennifer's suspicions. Meanwhile, at the Horton house, Jennifer catches up with Julie, who's relaxing with a book. Jennifer thanks Julie for letting the family use the time capsule to honor Abigail, but the conversation soon takes a sharp turn. "So, how long is Doug planning on staying?" Jennifer asks casually, sipping her tea. Julie, sensing Jennifer's underlying concern, raises an eyebrow. "What's this about?" Jennifer hesitates before diving in. "Look, I know you want to see the best in people. But Hope doesn't trust Doug, and honestly, neither do I. He showed up at just the right moment, when you were vulnerable. It's suspicious." Julie defends Doug, revealing that Hope had called Doug's father to confirm his identity. But when Jennifer learns Doug has a criminal past, her suspicions deepen. Considering his record, don't you think it's possible Doug stole Gran's necklace? Jennifer presses. Julie, however, is adamant. "It's not possible. I met Doug after the necklace was already stolen." Despite Julie's defense, Jennifer's doubt lingers. She watches Doug closely, her gaze sharp and unyielding when he later returns with a box of Christmas cookies. Doug senses her distrust but says nothing, offering the cookies to Julie instead. Jennifer's suspicions simmer beneath the surface, setting the stage for an inevitable confrontation. Ava and Brady's cozy night. Across town, Brady's romantic plans with Ava take a comedic turn. As he helps her with a necklace, the two bond over their shared inexperience with the ballet. But when Brady reaches for the tickets, he finds them missing. Kristen probably took them, Ava jokes, though the possibility feels all too real. With the ballet sold out, they improvise. Brady suggests karaoke at the pub, but Ava counters with a cozy night in. They grab takeout, stream the Nutcracker, and learn more about each other. From Ava's childhood dreams of becoming a dancer to Brady's preference for slapstick humor, the evening becomes a heartwarming exploration of connection. When the Wi-Fi cuts out, Ava quips, "Kristen's probably behind this too." Their laughter fills the room, and though the night doesn't go as planned, it's a success nonetheless. As Brady leaves, he kisses Ava on the cheek, leaving her smiling, until a mysterious text lights up her phone. "So how was your date?" Tate and Sophia's life-changing news. In a small apartment, Tate paces nervously after receiving a cryptic warning from Leo. His unease only deepens when Sophia bursts in, her face pale and her voice trembling. "I'm pregnant," she announces. Tate's mind races. "Are you sure?" Sophia nods. 3 tests. All positive. The shock of her news sends them both reeling. While Tate cautiously suggests termination as an option, Sophia reveals the harsh reality: her parents' strict beliefs and the state's parental consent laws leave her with little choice. "It's my body, but according to the law, it's not my decision," she says bitterly. Determined to support her, Tate proposes traveling out of state. "You didn't get pregnant alone, and you won't go through this alone. We'll figure it out." Despite his assurances, Sophia's anxiety remains palpable. Their conversation shifts to Holly, and Tate's hesitation speaks volumes. "I really don't want her to find out," he admits. Sophia, stung, responds, "Amazing how this is all about her now." Still, she agrees to keep quiet. As she leaves, Tate promises, "I'll take care of you." "I swear." Holly's concerns. In the town square, Holly confides in Maggie over coffee. Leo's warning lingers in her mind, but Maggie advises her to focus on the present. "What you have with Tate is what matters," Maggie says. Holly mentions Sophia's past antics with Tate, prompting Maggie to suggest a visit to an OB/GYN. Holly, embarrassed, assures her grandmother that nothing like that is happening with Tate. Still, the conversation leaves Holly reflective. When Sophia unexpectedly appears, the tension is palpable. She greets Holly and Maggie with forced cheer, but her lingering glance at Holly speaks volumes. After Sophia leaves, Holly mutters, "She didn't mean a single word of that."